Good morning. Happy Monday. This is going to be a quick video, hopefully. As far as Earl's reply brief is concerned, I thought it was an excellent reply brief. I thought the attorney addressed all the issues raised by the state's attorney in their opposition. So I'm upping. Well, I'm saying that Earl has about a 25% chance, give or take. Your mileage may vary. He's definitely got a reasonably good shot at a new trial. Whether or not he'll prevail at a new trial, well, that's a completely different story. Nothing that I've seen is, at least as far as what's been presented in the appellate briefs and in the motion for a new trial, has really spoken to me that Earl is definitely guilty. But again, you could believe whatever you want to believe. I choose to believe what the facts present, and make my decision based on the facts that are adduced at trial and not the facts that are spread around YouTube. Because there was a lot of talk about all the daughters being molested, yada yada, going around YouTube, when at trial it turns out only one daughter is willing to say she was molested, and that story apparently changed from previous stories. So who fucking knows? I certainly don't. As far as Carolina and Fort Worth is concerned, I know people have been trying to direct me to CJ Grisham, who apparently is representing her. Well, I don't know how he is apparently representing her. To the best of my knowledge, she is going to get arraigned today. I don't know that she's had an opportunity to meet with an attorney, to have that attorney sign a retainer agreement with her and represent her on what? That's another big question. Are you representing her on the criminal matter, or are you representing her on the civil matter? What is the representation going to be? I don't think that CJ Grisham is going to have any success in getting a indictment going against a cop. From Carolina and Fort Worth's video, we don't see enough of anything to suggest that a cop did anything criminal. So the retard who was going to do a habeas corpus for a gun and who was going to sue a judge and then deleted that video because he was retarded, well, he's going off the deep end again. Here's the steps that like a rational attorney would do. Number one, you get your client, you get their criminal matter resolved. You want that criminal matter resolved, because if it turns out that they get actually charged and convicted with something, then maybe you have fewer remedies available in your 1983. Like, you can't sue for wrongful arrest if you get convicted of it, right? So first thing you want to do, to get rid of all the younger abstention doctrine issues and blah blah blah. You want to get that criminal matter resolved. Then you file a lawsuit. You file your 1983 lawsuit. You get past the first motion to dismiss, because there's going to be a motion to dismiss, a 12B6. That's going to happen. Once you get past that motion to dismiss, then the other side is probably going to be willing to make a settlement agreement with you. That's the way it normally works. I'm saying this like I do a bunch of these. I don't do a bunch of these, but I've reviewed a bunch of these, and that's the way it normally works. Now, do I think that CJ Grisham is the right man for the job to get that settlement agreement? No. Someone said I would trust Eline to get the settlement agreement over Grisham. I wouldn't trust either of them to get to the point where you need the settlement agreement, because that's going to involve pleadings and opposing a motion to dismiss, which is going to require them to actually be able to do legal research and understand the law that they're reading, so that they could appropriately brief their opposition. So, I mean, if she does retain CJ, best of luck to her. I hope he gets his big win and he gets to hand out one of his coins, his challenge coins or whatever dumbass gay bullshit he does. And good for him. But again, we don't know. So I just want to remind everybody, I said that this is a case that's going to settle. If you get a competent attorney is going to get her a settlement. I don't know exactly how much it is. I haven't seen her medical bills, et cetera, but it's a good one. I mean, if it was just her getting knocked out and no other further damage, then easy 40, 50 grand. Easy. Like, that's like easy. Goes up from there, right? So But I haven't said anything at all about whether the cops actually did anything wrong. I haven't said anything about that. Now, did they do something wrong? I don't know. I really need to see more than the video that we saw. Any attorney who's going out there saying, oh, these cops did this and this and this wrong. I mean, they're just showing their bias. They're showing their ass. Settlement, yes, absolutely. There's a settlement. A settlement doesn't mean that they did anything wrong. A settlement just means that the city attorney or the whoever it is who's going to be representing him is going to be like, you know what? There is a good shot that if we go to jury trial, the jury's going to look at a 50-something-year-old woman, maybe 60-something, I don't know. She has nice boobs, but her face has a lot of miles on it. But they're going to look at this woman who got apparently just slammed down on the ground and horribly injured by these cops. And the jury might be like, well, the cops should have done X or should have done Y or should have not done this or should have not done that. There's always a challenge. There's always a question about what the jury's going to do. You have to take that into account when you're deciding whether or not you're going to settle. And so in order to avoid the risk of a jury just being like, oh man, she really got messed up, let's just go ahead and fine for her so that she gets compensated for it, even though maybe we don't really think the cop did anything wrong. There's a risk there. So yes, settlement. I can't guarantee anything, and I'm not licensed to practice law in Texas, but boy howdy, I'd love to be licensed in Texas and have that client walk through my door with that video. I would love that. I'd be like, woo, it's on. But I wouldn't be talking about trying to get charges against the cop. And I would be like, hey, let's get your criminal matter wrapped up. Do you have a public defender? We need to get that criminal wrapped up. And she's got 4 charges against her, I think, which are, I think, crap. I don't think that she's going to go to trial on any of those things unless the DA hates her for some reason I'm not aware of because I don't really follow her. But if the DA really hates her, then maybe they're going to go ahead on it. But they seem like crap charges. I don't. Normally, that would be a you could beat the rap, can't beat the ride kind of thing. The DA would look at that and be like, oh, whatever. Like, why would I even bother charging you on these? Let's just let it go. So that's my opinion, my 2 cents. I think Eline and CJ are getting over their skis too far, but we'll see. And anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.